It's the birthplace of American-style democracy. It's one of the oldest cities in the United States. It has more colleges and universities per square mile than anywhere else in the world. Join me as I explore Boston and beyond. There are very few cities in the U.S. that embody the American spirit of education, history, and culture, like Boston. Largest city in New England, this collegiate hub situated along the Charles River is a major draw for locals and visitors alike. From its large urban plazas, outdoor markets, to its history, there is so much to see and do here. But one major draw for visitors and locals alike is the Boston Commons and its adjoining public gardens. Opened in 1837, this 40-acre park is a refuge in the heart of the city. With its serene walking trails, beautiful flower beds, and tranquil swan boat rides. This is definitely a serene refuge in an otherwise urban jungle. Adjacent to the park is the gold-plated dome of the State Capitol building. But there are so many sights that we associate with this city, but those attractions will have to wait since I'm headed to the part of the state that Angelenos may not be familiar with, and that is Cape Cod. Before heading to the Cape, I head westward to Gardner, the former furniture-producing capital of New England. This is downtown Gardner. Long gone are the days when these streets were filled with many factory workers shopping or passing through here. Unfortunately, the economic downfall that continues to plague this area is typical of many small New England towns. Today, many of the plants lay vacant as factories leave the region for inexpensive sources of labor. However, not all businesses have left New England, and some factories have made it an effort to remain. I finally head south to the Cape to learn of one unique factory that is making a difference in the region.
Cape Cod Potato Chips started in 1980, so it's a fairly new company. It started by a local entrepreneur that converted an old automobile repair shop and had this idea of hand cooking old-fashioned potato chips. It made them off of small kettles in the little garage in downtown Hyannis, and within a couple of years it really caught on, where people were just lining up in front of the garage to buy bags of potato chips, and grew from there. It was very successful because of all the tourists that come on Cape Cod. They got to know Cape Cod potato chips and came every year looking for them. So after a few years, the natural thing to do was to sell them in supermarkets. So Steve Bernard, who started the company initially, packaged the products and sold them in local stores for 3 or 4 years, and continued to grow very successfully. Actually, he got the attention of Anheuser-Busch, who was developing their own line of snack foods, and acquired Cape Cod potato chips in 1985. And from that point, it grew fairly dramatically, where because of the size of Anheuser-Busch, we're able to take the product all over the United States. And it was interesting because it was very successful in Cape Cod, and we never really knew how well we would do outside of our market. And the interesting thing that we found is Cape Cod, whether people even know Cape Cod or not, it means so many good things, quality and Yankee traditions and so forth, that the product worked very well in California or in Seattle. It was very interesting to see.